We are the group 4 and we're going to report the history of children's literature in 21st century. Our objectives at the end of the lesson, learners should be able to determine the 21st century trends and changes in children's literature, discuss the works and authors during 21st century children's literature. So 21st century trends and changes in children's literature, we have children's literature change over the years. It happens because the market for children's literature has been influenced by demand from parents, children, with increased buying power and rapid series of writing to boost sales. So this happens because in 21st century, there are many uh, parents are more likely to engage with their children in reading activity, and also there are many authors that are popularized children's literature. So it's have changes related to gender, diversity, and social class. Next is digital and technological advance of the society. So technological advances have exerted huge effects on presenting and publishing capabilities. It is beyond printing capabilities, authors and illustrators, to maintain the attention of children accustomed to the fast-paced sensory input of digital sources such as computer and video games, smartphones, and tablets. So in 21st century, because of the rapid growth of technology, so there is development for children's literature, which is an which is the printed copy of books could be transferred into digital sources, and it could be fanciful because of the color is composed of high definition or 3D. So, publishing companies have attempted to produce print text that mimic or resemble digital text in wording, style, type of image, or format. Some print texts even borrow concept about page design from digital text. So, and next, exposure to digital and technological resources and global access to information have changed the boundaries, topics, and perspective represented in books for children. So it was the change in print text that is include the use of non-linear plots that are organized not by a topical beginning, middle, and end, but tell the story out of order and or leads readers in multiple directions through the text. Just like for example, the books entitled The End by David LaRochelle that was published in 2007. The book traces the courtship of handsome knight and beautiful princess backwards before you reach the beginning. So David LaRochelle is the author of many books for children and born in 26 October 1960 in Minneapolis, Minnesota, United States. He also Sid Fleischman Award for Humor and Golden Kite Award for Picture Book Text. Another changes is the use of more interactive formats that invite readers to act or speak back to the book. So, just like for example the book Priest Hair by Hervé Trollet that was published in 2011. So Hervé Trollet is an artist, performer, and author of children's book born in Normandy, France. So this book is the changes include the shift in the perspective from which stories are told, such as author highlighting normally unheard voices by sharing perspectives of groups or individuals not previously represented in children's literature or pushing boundaries. That was also by focusing on the content or the topics of the book. So, and here is the video presentation of this book. here in the video, it was represent the that the 21st century learner is a multiliterate individuals. Students are socially responsible, informed citizens who are flexible and strategic as they engage in literacy practices with a variety of text types in a diverse world. And, and also, literature books for today's children is influenced by the cultural and ethical values of its author's works. Next is the postmodernism. So, it is the cultural movements in 21st century. It is the cultural movements in 20th century that influences the contemporary or realistic children's book in 21st century. So, post means that deny the existence of any ultimate principles, and it lacks the optimism of being scientific, philosophical, or religious truth which will explain everything for everybody, and the characteristic of the so-called modern, which is the mind. It stems for recognition that reality is not simply mirror in human understanding of it, but rather it is the constructed as the mind tries to understand its own particular and personal reality. So, postmodernism, it is largely a reaction to the assumed certainty of scientific or object efforts to explain the reality. So, postmodern understanding, the interpretation is everything, and reality only comes into being through our interpretations of what the word means to us individually. So, it is it is because the postmodernism in 21st century, uh, child a child is unique and unique individual, and also they can define the world in their own perspective or their own view, as much as they can read a lot of books or children's literature.